Well, it's about that time again. Today we will be breaking down Chloe Kitts. I was actually surprised that Chloe won the poll, but considering her interesting and unique playstyle, there's good reason to have interest in her game. I'll plan on doing the other players in the future, but today is about Chloe. Chloe Kitts is a 6'2" forward who is ranked number 17 in the country in a very stacked recruiting class. I believe she will be the secret weapon for South Carolina. I did a video a few weeks ago breaking down South Carolina and why I think they will be back in championship contention, despite losing a lot of players. I briefly covered what Chloe Kitts could bring to the table. Chloe Kitts is very similar to Maddie Westbeld, or a more well-known player, Satu Sabali. She has the driving and jump ability of guards, but has the rebounding, defense, and inside abilities of a traditional post player. Chloe Kitts has a lethal mid-range. I touched on this during my other South Carolina video, so I'll try not to rehash too much of the same thing. Her catch and shoot mid-range is automatic. She has a pull-up mid-range as well. What impresses me most about her mid-range ability is that she is able to make them even if they are heavily contested. Her three-point shooting adds to her versatility as well. I think it needs some work, but if you give her too much room, she will knock it down. Chloe Kitts is deceptively strong. I was worried that she wouldn't be able to post people up in the SEC at her size, but after watching the FIBA games, I changed my mind. She is able to finish strong, even over players that seem bigger than her. She can use this to her advantage. She will catch a lot of people off guard who think they can push her around. Her biggest asset is her mobility. She runs the floor like a guard. She's a huge threat in transition, and she has great off-ball movement. The defense always has to keep an eye on her no matter where she is. This is a skill you don't see very often in younger players. Many people only know how to thrive in ice, ball situations. Camila Cardoso will command a lot of attention on the court, so Chloe's off-ball movement will allow her to get very easy shots. She is great at driving the basketball too. She is a strong finisher, and if she misses it, she will do her best to rebound to put it back up. Pretty much any player who is over 6'2" and can consistently drive to the basketball is going to be a nightmare to guard, and that will apply to Chloe Kitts as well. When you combine this with everything else she's already able to do, this makes her stand out amongst a group of talented players. Chloe Kitts has a ton of talent, but there's definitely room for improvement. I would like to see her be more consistent from the outside. There are times where her shot mechanics completely break down. She is streaky, which can be an issue at times. Chloe's free throw shooting also has to improve. She's almost certain to get whacked, so she needs to cash in from there consistently. I'm surprised how mediocre her free throw shooting is, considering how great she is from mid-range. Chloe's dribble package has to improve. It was great for high school, but her dribble moves will need to be quicker to thrive at the college level. It will take some time, but I think her dribbling needs to be on the level of Satu Sabali for her to reach her full potential. Even though Chloe has some weaknesses in her game, I think she is extremely valuable for South Carolina. If she can get going, there's very few players who can guard. She's long, mobile, and is able to get physical. So how will she perform this upcoming year? Earlier I compared her to Maddie Westbeld and Sabali, and I think she will have a similar stat line to what they had their first year. But it's important to consider that South Carolina is a defensive-minded team. I think Chloe will average 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. I think she will shoot 48% from the field and 29% from 3. That 3-point percentage isn't ideal, but I think it will improve towards the end of the season. I could see her averaging 1.5 blocks and around 2 turnovers. This is a good baseline, and I think these numbers will get bigger during the NCAA tournament. I think Chloe Kitts and the way Dawn uses her will surprise people. Most people expect her to be a post, but her playstyle offers so much more than that. I think she will be a solid contributor her first full year at South Carolina. A lot of Gamecock fans got mad at me for suggesting that Chloe Kitts will start over other great players on the roster, but I think she's a lot better than people are giving her credit for. Her defense and her insane versatility will make her a key contributor in a tournament run. If she puts in the work and Dawn Staley doesn't limit her to the paint, she can become one of the best players in college basketball. How do you believe Chloe Kitts will perform for South Carolina this year? As always, I would love to hear your thoughts, and thanks for watching.